First of all, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Reina. Good afternoon, Meghna.
Good afternoon,
Okay.
ma'am.
It's the principles of development. There are 9 principles of development. List.
Specific pattern,
Development has a specific pattern.
continuous process,
Development is a continuous process, right?
then a different development in different parts,
Okay. The development is different in different parts of our human body.
um, then individual difference,
Individual differences, right? Very good.
uh,
Reina, add to the points of Meghna.
Development has happens in every stage of life. I mean, stage.
It is different in each stage, or the characteristics is different in each stage. Then, what is the last point? The very important point, the 9th principle, related to some motives. What is it, Rena? The order of development is depends upon 6 motives, like Oedipus complex, narcissistic stage, then homosexual, heterosexual, and all. Okay. So let's move on to the other one. According to Rose, the stages is classified into 4, and Herlock, the stages is classified into 11. What about the Rose, Reina? How the researcher classify the stages of human life into 4? List.
Babyhood,
Very good.
childhood,
Childhood
early
is classified into 2, early and late. Then good, very good,
adolescence,
very good. Meghna, can you try the 11 stages by Herlock?
pregnancy, infancy, early childhood, late
Babyhood.
babyhood,
Pregnancy, babyhood.
late childhood,
Hmm.
early adolescence,
Puberty, then early adolescence.
late adolescence, adulthood, then middle age,
Very good. And the last is old age. Okay, very good, Meghna. So let's move on to the first one that is very important, prenatal. Is the screen visible right now? Okay. So let's move on to the stages. The first one that is prenatal period. Prenatal period. How is this picture, Reina? What does this mean?
the fetal development,
Very good. So, what is a prenatal period? Prenatal period. There is a period from conception to
birth,
birth. Okay. Usually it lasts for how many months? Meghna? The prenatal period basically lasts for how many months? The pregnancy period, that is a prenatal period. Usually they 9 months and 9 days and all. Okay. So that is a prenatal period. The first one according to the Harlock. Prenatal period. It is a period from, Reina, switch on the camera, dear. It is a period from conception to birth. Okay. Basically, this prenatal period is divided into 3. Okay. That is, note down, it's very important. Germinal stage, embryonic stage, and fetal stage. The spelling of the fetus is Foet. Okay. US. Foetus. So this prenatal stage is divided into 3. That is germinal stage, embryonic stage, and fetal stage. Okay. This is a clear picture. The first stage is the germinal stage. The germinal stage that starts from the time of conception to the 2 weeks. Okay, it's start from the or it till the age of 2 weeks of the baby. Okay, in this stage we call the baby as a zygote. In this stage, we call the baby as a zygote. Note down, okay? During this period, that is germinal period, the development is very fast. Okay, in the first stage, in the prenatal stage, that is classified into three: germinal stage, embryonic stage, and fetal stage. The first stage is the germinal stage. Germinal stage is a stage from the beginning of conception to the 2 weeks. Okay. In this stage, the development is very fast. When compared with other, the development is very fast. But we can't see any visual difference from outside. Okay. We can't see any visual changes from outside. All the development is inside the womb of the mother. Okay. But the development is very fast and very rapid during this stage. That is the germinal stage. It is from the 0 to 2 weeks. In this stage, we call the baby as a zygote. Basically, it's cells, right? The cell divisions and all. That is a germinal period. Then the next one, that is embryonic period. Next is embryonic period. Okay, that's second stage. This is a stage from 3 to 8 weeks. 0 to 2 weeks, that is the germinal stage. And then the embryonic stage, that is from 3 to 8 weeks. Okay, in this stage, we call the baby as an embryo. Okay, the first stage, that is a germinal stage, we call the baby as a zygote. Next is the embryo. Embryonic stage. So all these cells divide themselves into three layers. All these cells are divided into three layers. That is ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. Okay. So the second stage, that is the embryonic period. This is the period from 3rd week to 8 weeks. Okay. And the cells divide themselves into three layers. That is ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. Note down. So first is ectoderm. Ectoderm is the outer layer. Ectoderm. It is the outer layer. This layer is basically used for the formation of skin, nerves, then teeth, hair, veins, and all. Okay. So the first layer or the outer layer, that is the ectoderm. This ectoderm is used for the formation of the skin of the baby, nerves, teeth, and all. Okay, so the next one, that is the mesoderm. Mesoderm, M. So it is a middle layer. Middle layer. Mesoderm is a middle layer that is used for the formation of bones and muscles. This mesoderm, that is a middle layer, basically used for the formation of bones and muscles. Okay. The last layer, that is endoderm, that is the inner layer. The inner layer is the endoderm. It is used for the formation of inner, right? So the internal organs like liver, thyroid, digestive system, lungs, and all. Okay. So in this stage, we call the baby as a Meghna. In this stage, we call the baby as a
Embryo.
embryo. In germinal stage, we call the baby as fetus. Sorry, zygote. In germinal stage, it is zygote. In embryonic stage, it is embryo. And in fetal stage, it is called as fetus. Okay. So the germinal stage, the prenatal stages are classified into three: the prenatal, germinal stage, embryonic stage, and fetal stage. Germinal stage is a stage from birth or from the time of conception to the 2 weeks. After that, from the 3 weeks to 8 weeks, it is the embryonic stage. And then the fetus stage, that is basically starts from the 3rd month. Fetus period starts from the 3rd month and it continues till the time of birth. Okay. Reena? Is it clear? Okay, so then I will repeat the points. Then again in the embryonic stage, the cells are classified or cells are divided into three: ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. And the first one, that is the ectoderm, that is the outer layer. is used for the formation of the outer part, the skin, teeth, and all. Next is mesoderm. Mesoderm is the middle layer. Middle layer. So, what is the function of the mesoderm, Reina?
Muscles.
It is used for the formation of muscles and skin. Then the last one, that is the inner layer, is endoderm, that is used for the formation of, it is inner layer. Okay, so it is used for the formation of inner muscles or internal organs like the respiratory system, lungs, heart, and all. Okay, the internal organs. Is it clear? Reina, what do you mean by prenatal development? What is the
The
prenatal period?
from conception to birth.
Very good. Hmm. How is it divided? There are certain stages in prenatal development. Don't look, Reena. Just read.
Uh,
First stage.
embryonic stage,
First. What is the first
embryo,
stage?
germinal, germinal stage,
Hmm. Okay. Germinal
uh,
stage.
embryonic and fetal.
Germinal stage is from
Um, 0 to 2 weeks.
good, very good. Then embryonic stage.
2 to 8 weeks. 3 to 8 weeks.
Very good. Then the last one, fetus period. Fetal period.
9 weeks.
Basically, it starts from the, both are correct. Basically, it starts from the third month. The third month of pregnancy, and it continues till the death. Sorry, till the birth. I'm sorry. Okay. Hmm? So, in this fetus period or the fetal stage, in the third month, it is important. Try to buy heart this point. Okay. In the third month, the length of the fetus is 3.5 inches. Okay. In the third month, the length of the fetus is 3.5 inches. In the fifth month, the length of the fetus is 9 to 10 inches. This is about the length. Okay, this is the length of the fetus. In the third month, the length of the fetus is 3.5 inches, and in the fifth month, it is a 9 to 10 inches. At the time of birth, at the time of birth, note down the numbers. Okay, at the time of birth, it become 18 to 20 inches. Okay, the length of the baby at the time of the birth is 18 to 20 inches. This much. Okay, 18 to 20 inches. So this is about the length of the fetus. It comes under the fetal period. At the time of the third month, the baby is only 3.5 inches. And at the time of the fifth month, it is 9 to 10 inches long. And what about the birth? What about the birth time, the length of the baby? Reina?
18 to 20 inches.
Okay. Do you know your birth weight, Meghna? So we finished the length part. What about the weight? Next is weight. Do you know your birth weight, Meghna?
No, ma'am.
So ask about your milestones and birth weight.
I asked about milestones.
Oh. Okay.
First, I started practicing with stomach, like
Hmm.
swimming, like
Oh.
with the stomach. Then
First you use your both stomach to swim, right?
yeah. Then I started to sit, then crawling.
Very good. Solta, right? Abnormal development. Fine. Reina, you already fine. So do you have your birth weight? Ask about that. Okay, Reina?
My
Yeah, yours.
I was 1 or something. I don't know. I was very
So you're a low birth weight baby?
no. It's like um, I know, but I don't remember
Actually,
something
my birth
point.
weight is 2.8.
Yeah,
2.8.
something that
One
something
is a low birth weight baby, okay?
two or something 2 point.
So, about the weight. Basically, the weight of the child at the time of birth is between the 2.5 to 3. But now it's a little changes, that is 2.5 to 3.5 and all. Earlier it is like this, but now there are some changes in weight. Okay, in my case, my birth weight is 2.8 kg. So ask about your birth weight. Okay, the correct birth weight. It is very important to know your birth weight. Meghna, ask. So, about the weight at the time of birth, the weight becomes approximately the 2.5 or 3 kgs. Then, so we discussed about the length. At the time of birth, the length of the baby is 18 to 20 inches. About the weight, it is from 2.5 to 3 kg. And next, about the organs. What about the organs? Basically, all the organs are completely developed by 7 months. Okay. Basically, all the organs are developed by the 7 month. Do you know about the heartbeat? Hmm? When you hear the heartbeat, the first heartbeat of the baby, do you know which month?
Something 5th or 7th month.
Okay. What about Meghna? It's almost right, Reina. You're almost there. Yes.
or third month.
Yeah, fourth month. Okay. So almost all the organs develop by 7 months. 7 months, all the organs are developed, and the heartbeat, the first heartbeat, it's in the fourth month, not the points. Okay, the fourth month. So during the birth time, the length of the baby is 18 to 20 inches, and the weight is approximately 2.5 to 3 kgs, and almost all the organs develop by the seventh month of the pregnancy, and the heartbeat, the first heartbeat is in the fourth month. Is it clear? Okay. So that's all about the prenatal period. Let's move on to the next stage, that is infancy. Hmm? What about the infancy period? Don't look to the text. Okay. Meghna, it's from infancy.
1 to 2 years.
Okay. Reina,
1 to yeah 1 to
it's not in years. Reduce.
month,
No, reduce.
week.
Okay. Then try.
1 to 0 to 2 weeks.
Very good. So infancy is the period from 0 to 2 weeks. Lucky girl. Right? So infancy is a period from 0 to 2 weeks. It's not in years. Okay. Make any doubts? Okay. So infancy is a period from birth to 2 weeks, and basically it's a period of adjustment. Hmm? So we already covered the prenatal period. Prenatal period is a period from conception to the birth. Next is infancy. Infancy is from birth to 2 weeks. Okay, this period is called as an adjustment period. Adjustment period. Why? Why is it so? Because the temperature of the fetus or the temperature inside the womb of the mother is very different from the temperature of the physical world, right? Temperature of the womb and the temperature outside the womb is different, so the child need to adjust with that temperature. That's why we call this period as an adjustment period. Okay, the child learns to suck. The child learns to adjust with the environment. That is the reason we call the infancy as an adjustment period. Is it clear? So infancy is from the 0 to 2 weeks. Next is babyhood. Guess. Megna.
3 weeks.
Huh?
3 weeks to
Hmm.
8 weeks.
Simply. Okay, Reina. What about babyhood? Think.
Month.
Okay.
Yeah, month.
Basically, the babyhood is from the 2 weeks. That okay? 2 weeks to 2 years. Babyhood. Okay, so infancy is a period from about 0 to 2 weeks, and babyhood is from 2 weeks to 2 years. Okay. Is it clear? This stage is basically is very important, or the rapid development has taken place during the stage. The development, all the development, like the physical development, emotional, social, all these developments are very rapid or very fast during this period, during the babyhood. Prenatal period is from the birth to the from the conception to the birth. Infancy is from 0 to 2 weeks. Babyhood is from 2 weeks to 2 years. It's not in month, it's in years. So the infancy is a period of adjustment, and here the babyhood, that is basically characterized with the rapid development or the rapid changes. It can be the physical changes, the height, weight, and all, and then emotional, social. All these developments are very rapid during this period, the babyhood. Okay. So after babyhood, like Raina?
Childhood.
Okay. Basically, we have two childhoods: early childhood and late.
Late childhood.
Very good. So, the early childhood is a stage from, guess, Meghna? Early childhood is a stage from
two
different.
years to 3.5 to 4 years.
Early childhood is from 3 to 6 years. Okay, 3 to 6 years, early childhood. So the childhood is divided into two according to the researcher Herlock. Two types, that is early childhood and late childhood. Early childhood is a stage from 3 to 6 years, and late childhood. What about the late childhood, Reina?
Uh,
After 6?
2 to 3 years.
Reina?
No, like
The
after
childhood, the early childhood is from 3 to 6. Hmm? Then what about the late childhood?
7 to
Hmm?
8.
What about adolescence? After childhood, the adolescence comes, right? So 7 to 11 years. Early childhood is from 3 to 6 years. Late childhood is from 7 to 11 years. Hmm? Early childhood is a period of preschool. Here it is the elementary school. Okay. Early childhood, basically the children are the preschoolers, and the late childhood, they are the elementary schoolers. During this stage, that is the early childhood stage, they ask lots of, okay, what are the developments do you think in the early childhood? Meghna. They are the
Emotional,
preschoolers. I don't need that. Just general. They are the
physical,
preschoolers.
physical,
Increase in height, weight. Then anything to add? Oh.
They try to learn things very fast. Then
They ask a lot of questions, right? They ask a lot of questions to adults. Then And their vocabulary also increases during the preschoolers. Earlier, it will be sometimes it can be the 10 words, then they increase their vocabulary to 20, then 30, and it continues. Okay. So during the this is the infancy period. Hmm? From birth to 2 weeks. Babyhood, it's from 2 to 2 years. And the early childhood, that is from 3 to 6 years. This is the preschool time. Okay, during this time, they ask lot of questions and their vocabulary increases. That is the main characteristics of the early childhood. Then the last one in childhood, that is late childhood, that is from 7 to 11 years. Okay, 7 to 11 years. What are the changes in this stage? Reena, try.
They try more like
Hmm.
they try to learn more things,
Okay. They
increase in
start to learn write. They start to learn reading.
write and
Ah.
reading
This is
and
the
all.
elementary school period, right? Elementary school. So they start to learn how to read, how to write. Then anything else, Meghna?
Mental development.
Okay. Then anything else? They make friends. During this stage, they start to make friends. Okay. And their vocabulary also increases. They learn to write, they learn to read, they learn to how to make friends, they learn how to behave in society, they learn how to behave in school. Is it clear? Okay. And then during this stage, the elementary school stage, the children are very careless about their looks, right? They are not very concerned about their looks, just like as us or the adolescents. They are very concerned. But in the case of the late childhood children, they are less concerned about their looks and they make friends. They learn lot of things from the schools as well as from the physical environment. Okay. Any doubts? So take the page number 181. 181. Then I read. Read the specific characteristics of the stage of early childhood. Early childhood specific characteristics. You can see a list there. Read the points.
In this stage, children are extremely inquisitive and ask a lot of questions.
Hmm. They ask lot of questions during this stage. These are the certain characteristics during the early childhood. Then,
They start going to the nursery schools. This is called preschool age.
hmm.
They develop social characteristics as a result of the interaction with peer groups and learn the qualities of cooperation and sympathy and leadership.
So during this stage, they learn the sympathy, cooperation, like some social skills are learned during this stage. Then,
Wisdom, logic, and imagination develop fast.
hmm.
They try to find a solution to minor
minor,
problems.
minor, okay, small problems. They start to find out the solutions to the small problems by asking questions to the adults. Then,
The tendency to imitation develops.
hmm. They imitate just like as their mothers. Then,
They learn to say no.
this is a stage where a child learn to say no. It's important point. Okay, in the early childhood.
They develop skills of use of hands and legs, which is essential for playing sports and other activities.
Hmm. Okay.
Vocabulary increases, language development takes place.
Hmm. So the early childhood is a time of preschool time, and they ask a lot of questions. The imagination, the sympathy, some social skills, all this develop during the preschool time or the early childhood. Then, what, Meghna? What about the next one? Late childhood. Read the points. It's in page number 182.
This is the stage of elementary school. The child starts learning, reading, writing, and doing other things. The child becomes smart, and we also call it smart age. One learns to fight and starts telling lies, etc. This stage is known as gang age. The child develops social skills and makes his or her own group of friends. This is also called dirty age because the child becomes careless about his or her upkeep and looks.
So the elementary school age is called as the smart age, gang age, and dirty age. Okay, the child learned to say no in early childhood, and here the dirty age, smart age, and the gang age. Then,
There is also the development of mind, logic, imagination, and thoughts,
so
but
imagination development is seen in both the early childhood and late childhood. Imagination is seen then.
there is depth of conduct and tolerance.
Okay,
Leadership, courage, cooperation, etc. are developed.
these are the social skills development. Then,
Child becomes self-dependent to a great extent and is able to help parents also. The child is inquisitive by nature and wise to acquire maximum knowledge.
they're asking questions. Then
Develop friendship with people of same sex.
they
Various
start to make friends with the same sex. So homosexual development is take place in this stage. Then the last point.
skills are developed to enable him play games and sports.
Okay. So thank you. Any doubts?
Um,
Any doubts, Meghna? So we finished the chapter 17. Dana, any doubts? Try to learn, okay?